last vlog ended in Hangzhou, and our journey now continues in Guilin. However, the first day I spent in bed having a fever, but somehow I recovered a little the next day, so we went exploring in the mountains just for it to rain the entire day. You can even tell it was raining in some of the shots from the drone. It was also surprisingly cold and it dropped like 20 degrees Celsius from the day before. Guilin was still really pretty and I would love to go back another time. We had a one-night stay in Guangzhou, where we strolled around the city and stared at the Canton Tower. After the cold Guilin, the weather was finally warmer again, and we admired the many pretty flowers. Our last stop before leaving China mainland was Shenzhen. We visited the museum, founded in 1981, as the first cultural museum in Shenzhen. The museum shows a collection of ancient art and history pieces with multiple exhibitions. My favorite part was that you could collect stamps in different parts of the exhibitions, and as someone who always travels with a journal or sketchbook, that made me really happy. At night, we then wandered through the streets admiring the skyscrapers at night. Then Hong Kong. Hong Kong was the last stop on this trip through China, and we stayed for several days. Hong Kong felt pretty different to us from the other cities we visited before. People here often speak English, and there are many different ethnicities colliding. It was also the first time for my boyfriend to eat any kind of Western foods again, such as döner or pizza, and we didn't miss out on that. We did many things on our last days in Hong Kong. For example, we went to the Hong Kong Museum of Arts, and I loved this installation with the rain sounds and the lights. There were also more traditional Chinese art displayed, and the view from the museum on the skyline was just amazing. One day, we decided to make a trip to Sheko Beach in the south of Hong Kong. Sadly, the weather wasn't too great again, and given my still thriving coughing, I didn't go into the water. Instead, I spent my time drawing at the beach and watching the waves. The next day, we made it our mission to find the best souvenirs for our friends and family. In the evening, we then took the peak tram to Victoria Peak, hoping for a nice sunset view. The weather still got in the way and we didn't see anything. Somehow, I still liked this eerie vibe with all the fog, and we decided to walk down from Victoria Peak. And then we had dim sum for dinner. We had only half a day left since our flight was in the evening, and we went to the Guilin nunnery, and it was one of my favorite parts of Hong Kong. It is a large Buddhist temple and was founded in 1934 as a retreat for Buddhist nuns. They had these beautiful gardens in the middle of Hong Kong with skyscrapers surrounding it. It felt so unreal. We weren't allowed to film inside the actual nunnery, but I took a few shots of the gardens. And that was my trip to China. I'm still so grateful for the experience I had, and honestly, I still love watching that footage now. There will be a couple more of travel vlogs coming soon, so stay tuned!